My next guest is going to be taking on Aaron Pico on Friday at Bellator 242. It is Solo Hatley Jr. joining me here on the program for the very first time. Solo, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, but I'm not fighting Aaron Pico on Friday, man. Congratulations. Were you expecting to get a big fight like this after that last big win you had?
Not really, honestly. No. I originally thought, I'm pretty new to Bellator, so I originally thought they were going to give me like a couple of guys before him, but they kind of just threw me in there, so, that's where we are now.
And I referenced your last fight there. It was sort of a similar situation. You're fighting, one of the guys they really like in Gaston Bolanos. You got a split decision in that one. How good did it feel to kind of play the role of spoiler? Because I'm sure, the promotion, you kind of know who they wanted to win that fight, I would think.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with this fight. I know who they're wanting to win, but just comes with it, I guess.
Were you pretty confident when it went to the scorecards that you were going to get the judge's decision?
Oh yeah, I was surprised it was a split decision, but I was kind of worried at the same time too because who they wanted to win, and also I don't know. I just thought I went to the scorecards, he would be the favorite to get the win, especially in a split decision. So I was surprised that they gave it to me, even though I knew I won. But you're not supposed to let it go to the judges.
Yeah. What did you take away from that performance? I mean, obviously you won. It was a great fight, but was there anything you learned from that fight that you're going to bring into this one?
I made a lot of mistakes the last fight. I was playing against his strength, because he's a striker. I'm usually a striker, but I knew my wrestling was a lot better than his. So I'm not really a fighter I'm trying to word this properly. I don't want to say fight for the fans because, fans like to see a brawl or whatever, and a smart technical fight, they think it's boring, but I'd rather have a smart technical fight, and not get hit and do what I can to win the fight. That's...
Yeah, you wanted to play to your strengths, right? I think that's kind of what you're trying to say here. And that, the fans, unfortunately, they're not writing your checks. They might be buying the tickets, but at the end of the day, it's Bellator who's going to, be paying you to fight. So you got to get that win. You get if you win, you get more money, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. I want to talk to you about COVID-19. Obviously, it's been impacting a lot of fighters. I mean, this is Bellator's first show since COVID started. How have you been impacted by that in terms of just, your personal life and also with training?
Well, when it first happened, for the longest, we couldn't train, we couldn't get in the gym. Now, we've been closed off to the public. The fighters are the only ones allowed to, be in the gym. And, it's like, if you're not a fighter or somebody coming in to help the fighters, you weren't allowed in the gym. So, it's been pretty okay. Like I said, I'm trying to word things badly, but it's been kind of cool, strictly having fighters in the gym and newer people or distractions, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, but
no, I kind of know what you're saying. The groups are smaller, right? I would think when you're training, so in some ways that can almost be better because then it's not as many people in the gym, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. Okay, that's good. What type of camp have you had leading into this? And when did you actually find out about the fight? Because they kind of just announced the entire card this week, but I know some fighters have known well in advance.
I've known for about 5 weeks.
Oh, awesome. Okay, good.
Yeah, they're just now announcing it though. Honestly, I didn't even think I've been training and stuff, but I didn't even think the card was gonna happen. I honestly thought it was gonna get canceled because I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, so I'm gonna just say it anyways. But because Bellator changed the locations 3 or 4 times. Because at first it was supposed to be in Florida, and then it was gonna be in California, then it was gonna be in Las Vegas. Now it's in Mohegan. So, and I didn't even find out it was in Mohegan until a couple of days ago. That's why only one of my corners are gonna be coming with me, because the other ones, they didn't know where to buy their tickets because they kept changing location. Now it's kind of too late for them. So I'm only going to have one of my coaches there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And I heard also that apparently the gyms aren't open at the hotel because I talked to Ricky Banderas yesterday for like cutting weight. But apparently they're going to give you guys a space to like move around and stuff if you do need to cut the weight. So, but I thought that was another interesting thing just at the fighter hotel.
I didn't even hear about that till you just told me. So
yeah, apparently that's what Ricky Banderas told me yesterday. So I'm assuming that's the case, that you can't use the gym there, but it sounds like they'll have it so you can find a place to cut weight or move around or whatever, right? They said like a workout space.
I definitely hope so.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm sure they will. It's all good there. So let's talk about Aaron Pico. I mean, we know this. I mean, on paper, we know what Aaron Pico is going to bring to the table. He's got good stand up. He's obviously an outstanding wrestler, but he does get hit a lot. I mean, there is a way to beat this guy. If you can hit him on the button, it seems like that's the way to defeat him. Do you look at this matchup any other way?
Not really. I mean, he's a real great wrestler. He has okay boxing. Yeah, he doesn't. He kind of got that Cody Garbrandt chin. I mean, yeah, kind of basically like what you just said.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's gonna be a very interesting matchup. Who are you getting to work with as far as your training camp, like training partners and things like that?
Well, my wrestling coach, Doug McGuire, he's been bringing in a lot of college national champions for me and college coaches for me to wrestle with. And then my other coach, my head coach, Nathan Kirby, I've been working with him a lot. I've been working with him. We've been working on like a new style. My main training partners in the gym have been, they're not really well known yet, but like Ashton Kirby, Nathan's son, I got Trevor Ollison, Taylor Guys, Dreadhead.
Yeah, a whole bunch of up and comers. That's what I find so cool, is that these are names we're probably going to hear in the future. So it's kind of good to mention them now because it's kind of like looking at what the future is going to look like in the sport, right?
Arshawn too. Can't forget about Arshawn.
Okay, that's good. So getting a lot of different looks, which is great, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And how about the weight cut? Is that going well ahead of this fight? We're coming up here on the 24th.
Yeah, my weight. I'm gonna make the weight. Like, I cut. I walk around about like 160. So I don't cut like a huge amount of weight, but the weight cut always still sucks. Like today's actually my last day of really eating good because tomorrow since I fight next Friday, yeah, tomorrow I start cutting my weight.
Okay. So what are you having? What's the last supper?
I actually don't know yet. Like, I actually don't know.
You're gonna have something good though, like something like pizza or something really nice, or will it have to be healthy?
I don't know, nothing like that. But I just kind of eat a lot. The day before I'm supposed to cut weight, I do eat a lot. Like after this, I'm gonna like get some DoorDash. I don't know what I'm gonna get yet. Maybe some steak or something. Yeah, I usually all the way up until 12 o'clock is when I'm eating good. I'm drinking good because when I start cutting weight, I just only drink water because I start water loading. So yeah, I'm gonna drink my last things to like Gatorade and Powerade today, and and then at 12 o'clock I gotta start water loading and do all that fun stuff.
How do you see the fight playing out on July 24th?
I see him striking with me for a little bit. As soon as he gets hit, starts going in for takedowns. I do see me finishing him either in the end of the first round or beginning of the second round. I'm gonna try my best not to make this go to the decision because I believe him being who he is, especially as going to connect it. If it goes to decision, whether if I'm whooping his ass, am I allowed to cuss?
Of course, cuss away. Yeah.
Okay, whether I'm whooping his ass or not, they're probably gonna give him the win if it goes to decision. So, yeah, if I don't finish, dude, then I'm probably gonna lose. Just because if I'm like I'm a realistic and I know about the politics of MMA, and I know the politics of MMA. So, like him being who he is, I mean, Bolanos is one thing. That was a surprise, but this is Aaron Pico. Not necessarily saying he's a better fighter than Bolanos, but as far as
huge name though, I mean, they remember when he had his debut, they were like, this guy's going to be a champion, and it's like he hasn't even had a fight yet, and then he ended up losing to Zach Freeman, right?
Yeah, like that's another thing, like because me and him, I had the interview yesterday, and like they were asking me about me and Aaron because we're both the same age, but we took like different routes to get where we are. And it's like, because he started off in Bellator. I had to, fight the regionals to come up to Bellator, and they're the same age. And I personally believe too many people, like maybe his coaches, his teammates. I think his career started off wrong because he was like put on this pedestal so early to like be the best and all that. And it's like, yeah, he was a great wrestler. Yes, he has good boxing, but this isn't a boxing match. This isn't a wrestling match. This is a fight. And just because you was an outstanding wrestler in college and all that in high school, that doesn't mean it's going to trans over to MMA. I mean, I know I know most of the time wrestlers are like the best in the MMA, but that's not the case for everybody. Like, dude didn't even have a fight yet, and people like put him on such a high pedestal. So, because me just like fighting like a regular opponent, that's pressure enough for me. But then like the whole world thinking I'm supposed to be at the top in this amount of time, that's put even more pressure. And so I just think that I don't think that should have happened to him. Personally, like he's a really good fighter, but he's not an elite fighter. I'm not yet either, but so I think this is more about him. I don't know. I really think Bellator is like putting me against him because they want him to get back to the win column. And since I'm an upcoming prospect and just be Bolanos, it's like if he beats me, then it's like, oh yes, he is everything we said he was, type shit. But that's just my opinion on it.
Well, it's a huge opportunity to play spoiler here coming up here on July 24th. We're really looking forward to it. It's Bellator 242. Solo, thank you so much for taking the time, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours, man.
Both my Instagram and Facebook is Solo Hatley Jr. My Snapchat is S Hatley Jr. Wait, is it? Yeah,
I'm sure if they search, there probably aren't too many Solo Hatley Juniors, right? I'm sure they can just search it, right?
My sponsors right now is Savage Hippie. It's a clothing line company. You can search it at savagehippie.com. Also Boogies. It's a bar. You can just type in Boogies, bar.com. Damn, that's actually all the sponsors I got.